a guy friend and he's a great guy, ladies, and you won't date him, you know what that's like for the guy? It would be like if you went on a job interview, right? And the guy was like, well, Mr. Perkins, this is a great resume. You got the experience we've been looking for. We love your attitude. You're perfect for this job. And we're not going to hire you. No, we'll probably hire someone who's far less qualified and has a drinking problem. But this is a great resume. Wow. In fact, this is the resume we're going to use to judge all the other candidates. Now, we're not going to hire you ever, but is it okay if we call you every now and then to complain about the guy we do hire? Can we do that?
Welcome, friends. Welcome to another episode of RP Experience. And today's topic is going to be about the dreaded friend zone. The pros and cons of being in the friend zone. Now, when I was younger, I did used to look at a friend zone a different way because I kept being chummy friends with women that I was attracted to and really liked. Now, it's fine if you find a woman attractive, because I mean, we're men. You're gonna find a pretty girl attractive, but if you are constantly thinking about her, having strong feelings for her, and in the back of your mind, you know, is no chance of that happening, you're setting yourself up for a lot of hurt and pain. And that's where you end up in the friend zone. I mean, I have a strategy for this. I already did a video of why I don't mind being friends with females, but when I say friends, I mean more like acquaintances. You know, I have no women that I am like best friends with that is a female that I'm attracted to, because if I get in a relationship with a woman, 9 times out of 10 she's going to feel threatened by that female, you know, and then it's going to become a constant drama type of thing, and then I have to choose between the two. But that's not why I don't have close female friends like that. Is only because if I'm attracted to her and I have feelings for her, it's like I'm torturing myself, constantly being there, thinking that I have a chance when obviously I don't. And if I do end up having a chance, because I mean, you can play the waiting game and that does work sometimes, but the thing is, you just never know how long that will take. And depending on how high you are on her pick list, because I believe all women have like a list of standby guys most of the time, and then guys that, you know, it's probably no chance at all, unless if, you know, the worst case scenario or something. You really don't want to be that guy, because you are going to get left in the dust if one of her options she's really interested in does come into the picture. At least that's what I think. Every woman may not do that, but as a man, do you want to take that chance? Anyway, I have a video by Replica and Fish, and we're going to get into it. So sit back.
Now, is it? The thing about the friend zone is many men find comfort in the friend zone. They feel comfortable knowing that they are around this woman. that this woman is not too far away. She's a phone call away, a text message away. And they know even though she may not give them any, they have the hope that maybe she will, that one day she will see them. You see, you can look at the friend zone as a sense of power. A sense of power in the fact of you being a man with so many things to offer, in trying to show you're this good, caring, humble man, trying to show her how much of a good man you are, how much of a catch you are. In doing all of those things, in trying to please her, trying to win her over, you could then put yourself in the position of being the fool, going above and beyond, doing ridiculous things for this woman who is not even your woman, but living in the hope that she would one day be your woman, is not something that's mentally healthy. Now, the interesting thing I find is the only people I ever see that say the friend zone doesn't exist are some women. Because some women know it's true, because some women understand what they do with the friend zone and how much of a benefit it is to them. But the thing about women is they play off the friend zone, act as if it's not as important or as big as it is, when yes it is. The friend zone is attention. It is constant attention from a man that may be in full, thirsty desire for her. A man that she knows would do so many things, but she has to give him nothing. And she can just say to him, oh, you're just my friend, we're just friends. But in the back of her mind, she knows you want her. And that is the power. The power in knowing, the power in understanding, the power in knowing how weak you are. And even not speaking in a malicious sense. Many women have many options in their dating pool. Many women like to pick and choose from their options. Some women like to keep men on the sideline, waiting, just in case. These are just in case men. The hang-ons, the cling-ons. The men that she knows will always be there. No matter how many boyfriends or flings that she has with other men, guy will always be there, or these guys will always be there. Some of these men in the friends realize that they're one of many. Some men are thus so naive to think that they are the only man around this woman. And to use a very old and outdated word, they believe they're the only man's courting this woman. In actuality, you're just orbiting her, circling her. She is the crap, you are the fly. You are the satellite, the moon. As lunar as you are, as crazy as you are for her. Yet, many men never feel the warmth. Thus they stay dead. Dead moons, satellites. Now, if this makes sense, some women in a sense like to collect men. And not in a sense of she's sleeping with all of these men. No, it's in a sense of these men are possible potentials. Possibly. Or fallback guys. A man she may possibly want to sleep with, or a man she knows would come running to save her. A bit of both, a mixture of a few variations of male friends, and she can pick and choose the benefit from these male friends. Now, as men, it's very easy to be angry at women for the fact that they do this, or that they have the ability to do this. But first of all, understand for a second from a woman's perspective. They are only doing what is given to them. If they have hordes of thirsty men like zombies coming at them, what do you expect them to do? In some way, understand this, how some women in a sense try to organize the men in their lives. These are the friend zone guys, these are the guys she may sleep with, those guys over there she's unsure about. So in a sense, she may categorize you to see where you fit in her choosing scheme, her ranking scheme, whatever. Thing about these men is, it's when they go too far. It's when they try to do so many things, thinking that they will win her over. They think if they do this, then she will see. They think if they do that, then she will see. Maybe if they show her they can be this spontaneous and wild, they may do many, many stupid things just in hopes. And in the end, these men end up getting burnt. They end up burning themselves. And the woman seems nonchalant, as if she doesn't even care. Well, of course she wouldn't, because she had promised you nothing in the first place.
Exactly, and that's the scary thing, guys. I believe anybody would do this, whether it's guy or girl, but because we as men are pursuing women, if we are benefiting them, buying them stuff, just bending over backwards, And especially if, see, I think they do this less if we have mutual friends. Because if we have mutual friends, one that, they're a friend of me and they are a friend of her, they're going to call her or me on either being stupid or either on her taking advantage. Look, if you're any guy that's in this track right here, whether it's a Twitch streamer, whether it's a co-worker or something like that, there's no shame in that, because we as men, all of us have simped or did this stupid stuff at one time or another. The thing is to not keep doing the same thing. Okay? So I'm gonna let Fish finish this up.
Even care? Well, of course she wouldn't, because she had promised you nothing in the first place. As a man, understand how many games are being played and how many games you are playing on yourself. Understand, if you're playing yourself, a woman isn't going to necessarily tell you that you're playing yourself. If she's getting benefit from it, why would she stop? She's getting benefit from it. You're being a fool to her. You're doing many things for her. She can say she never asked you to do it. You were just doing it. Understand, by nature, they are the receivers of not only us as men and our manhood and our seed, but the things we have to give to them as well as men. The things we have to offer. Our resources, our time, our energy and effort. But because that natural need we have as human beings to obviously seek out a partner, it then makes logic fall to the back. Because the natural human desire to have someone in our lives would make us push logic clear out of sight. Just push logic over there somewhere. Go stay over there, logic, in the back of the mind with the rest of the crap. Because as human beings, it is very easy to just fall into the emotion, to just almost envelop yourself into the feeling, the feelings, how she makes you feel, how you want to show her how you feel and, in a sense, make her feel good. But in being men, do not exhaust yourself in giving so much to a woman that you can see is playing you. It's obvious she's playing you. She's not going to give you any. She's just using you. Also, don't blame women if you're giving them everything you have in hopes of getting some. As women, naturally they will take it and see no wrong in it. And if you complain, you're the one in the wrong, because she never asked you to do it. They're not mind games. It's not psychology. It's a simple sense of understanding that women want. They will take everything you have to give them. But that doesn't mean they have to give you anything in return. They know that. Sometimes it takes a lot of men a long time to understand that. They owe you nothing. But remember, as a man, you owe them nothing either. Not a damn thing. If you're friends with a woman and it's not sexual, she's just a cool woman, you like being around her, there's nothing there, that's different. But if it's a woman you want, and she friend-zoned you, put you in this zone of being a friend, and now you hang on, hoping to get some, you are the fool, sir. And unless you are happy in your situation, I say run. Because it may turn out that one day, when she does want you, you may end up getting the worst of her. Because now she's desperate. She doesn't want you, but she needs you for something. Be aware. There are many games, many mind games, much psychology at work. Just be a better friend to yourself than anyone else, than you would ever be for someone who may not even care about you. With clarity, like a laser. Focus. Observe. Remember. The world is...
He makes a great point. And this goes back to that video that I shared with Swoozy, the Twitch gamer girl finesse. This is how a lot of women get over on a lot of you dudes. Well, the dudes that are either nice guys, the simps, the gumps, whatever you want to call it, that you are overextending, and she always have plausible deniability because she did not ask you to do it. It's kind of like what an ex told me when we had broke up. After all the stuff that I had done, she told me, I did not put a gun to your head. And it clicked. It didn't click at the time when everything was going on, but it clicked. So now, whenever I'm dealing with a woman, because I believe, especially if she done it and all the stuff that we was through or something like that, I believe any female can do it. So at the back of my mind, I'm thinking, do I really want to do this? Do I feel pressure? Am I trying to prove myself to her or something like that? Or is I'm just doing this out of the kindness of my heart? Normally when I'm doing something out of the kindness of my heart, I might overdo it a little bit, but it's still a limit. You know, for example, I've taken pictures for some of the people that I know at a job for free. You know, I didn't charge them. Now, I took a lot of pictures and I didn't charge them. Now, the thing is, though, after doing it a couple of times, I was like, okay, I've done enough good, you know, and not that they owe me anything, but I don't have to keep doing that, you know, especially when it starts feeling like I'm doing it for nothing. Well, it's like I'm doing it and I'm not really feeling that appreciation. I felt it in the beginning when I was doing it because I guess it was a new thing or something. But once it became like I didn't feel like doing it, and I didn't feel like some of them appreciated it. You know, I was like, you know, I'll still do it at times because that's somewhere I'm constantly at, and some people I'm still cool with, but I'm not going to be going out of my way now to be doing that picture thing that I used to do, you know. And I don't regret when I did do it because I was having fun in the time of my life. But now it's no longer fun. And I have other things that I need to focus on. So that's how you have to handle the women in your life. Like if you like them or something like that, you know, fine. You know, I'm not saying you can't do nice things for them, but do not be doing it because you're trying to win their affection, because that's not going to work. They like who they like, and they unintentionally or intentionally will use you and didn't have plausible deniability because they didn't ask you to do it. So fellas, watch out for that. This is really for sometime with like the videos I make, I'm kind of talking to the women because some of them I know do certain things, and I'm trying to appeal to their decency, even though that might be in vain. But you know, I believe some will take the message, and then for some of the men to pick up on some of the things I'm saying. But this video was definitely just for men to, you know, peep the game, realize what you're doing, don't play yourself, you know. It's alright to be like friends with a girl, but don't get in that chummy type of like hell that, you know, you're their best friend but you're in love with them. You know, that for me I believe is the friend zone, because you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. I mean, you eventually gonna have to say something, and that will obviously ruin the friendship if she don't feel the same about you, which 9 out of 10 she probably don't. You know, she's like having you there as a security blanket or something like that, which is nothing wrong with that. But as women, you have to realize that, as I said before, if there's a guy constantly around you, especially a one-on-one thing or something, you know, he likes you to a certain degree. You know, he might even be in love with you, and he may never tell you. So remember that. You know, let's try not to break hearts out here. Okay, guys. I'll see you later. Out.
When you have a guy friend and he's a great guy, ladies, and you won't date him, you know what that's like for the guy? It would be like if you went on a job interview, right? And the guy was like, well, Mr. Perkins, this is a great resume. You got the experience we've been looking for. We love your attitude. You're perfect for this job. And we're not going to hire you. No, we'll probably hire someone who's far less qualified and has a drinking problem. But this is a great resume. Wow. In fact, this is the resume we're going to use to judge all the other candidates. Now, we're not going to hire you ever, but is it okay if we call you every now and then to complain about the guy we do hire? Can we do that?
I still wanna run to you. Am I breaking through? Do you feel me too?
Pendo made it.